Open your eyes.
If you are wondering why everything going on in the world feels so terribly off, then you have come to the right place. A veil has been put over the eyes of humanity. Evil people in high places have been hiding the truth in plain sight and building a false reality on lies and deception for far too long. And now, their time is coming to an end. It's time to fight back, to wake up, and to begin an uprising. Now is a time for judgment.
This is a time for judgment. Welcome to today's show. Some of you may remember this. If you haven't heard about this secret covenant many years ago that came out, you need to hear it, because now with everything that's happening, when you listen to it again, it's more frightening than it probably was the first time you heard it, especially with what's happened in the last 2 years, especially what we know is going to continue to happen. Now, for those of you who don't know the background, I'll tell you real fast before I get into the covenant, which you all need to hear. The secret covenant of the Illuminati is what it was called. Now, there's no clarification of who wrote this and how this document got released, but this came out a while ago. I believe in the 2000s it came out, at least to my awareness when I first found out about it. It was like a while ago. And a lot of people went with, repeated it and read it. And then people made videos about it, which I'm going to show you, where you can hear word for word what their plan is and was for humanity. Then you could evaluate that with exactly what's going on in today's world. Very, very frightening. And if you're trying to wake somebody up close to you, play this video, play that clip. It's a very basic, easy thing for somebody to look at and say, yeah, these are all the things that they're doing to all of us. And they're remaining hidden, because if people ever found out, as you'll hear in the end of the video, these people would not survive, because there's more of us than them. Take a look.
An illusion will be created so vast, so large that it escapes their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the Absolute. We will work together always, and we will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespans short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. For all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. They will see our products being used in films, and will grow accustomed to them, and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them that it's for their health. We will start early on, when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their minds and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicines that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak, so they succumb to us and our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese. When they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention towards money and material goods, so that they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures, and games, so that they may never be one with the oneness of all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure, always, for it is the way. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives. We will make them kill each other when it suits us, and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently. letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will incite animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule or death, whichever suits us best. We will make them rip each other's hearts out and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. Hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. This they must never know. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think that they are not equal. Drop by drop, we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources, and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will trick them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom that they have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world. For we will own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapon. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work, they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us. Never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face. It will be so close that they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand will the illusion of freedom be that they will never know that they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality that we have created from them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. But if ever they find out that they are equal, we shall perish. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can conquer us, they will take action. They must never ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter.
So that clip, or that covenant of the Illuminati, is something that's been out for quite a long period of time. And when you reevaluate that with, getting that shot in kids and getting soft metals in people's mouths and all the other stuff that they do to us with chemicals that we don't even know, and frequencies, and the silent war that they wage upon us. Because that's really what this is about. It's a silent war. It's a war on our flesh. It's a war on our minds. That's what they're doing to us. Things that we can't see. We buy something from the grocery store and we eat it. And we're like, what's the big deal? I didn't buy it off a crack dealer in the streets. I got it from ShopRite. Oh yeah? You'd be surprised to know that it's pretty similar, comparison. You got it at Ralph's. So it's the same thing. I mean, you might as well, because you don't know what half these chemicals are. You just think it's safe because it's in a box and it's being sold to you by the fancy grocery store who you're supposed to trust. And these are things that take a toll on our body. They take a toll on our mind. You factor in the trails in the sky, the 5G towers, and it's absolute just war on humanity. And now we're dealing with a time period where mental health and depression and all these things, because of the enhancement with 5G being cranked up and the frequencies that are being sent at people. But the thing to take note of in that video is how it's a silent war, how they've done this so strategically to never be noticed. And that's why they're so hell-bent on stopping people like us from trying to expose it, to wake people up to it. But unfortunately, we're trapped in a sense in this, because we're trapped inside this system. We've all become dependent on the grocery store, on the dentist, on the doctor, all this stuff. People become dependent on pharmaceuticals, unfortunately. And they're constantly just in a vicious cycle where these people are poisoning them. These people are poisoning them. They're getting what they want, which is the destruction of humanity. Remember, they hate God so much they want to destroy God's creation. But they don't just want to destroy people. They want to mutilate them. And they want people to mutilate themselves. So this is what they've done while they've hid. And this is why for years I've talked about the silent war and all the things that they're doing to us that we can't see. So that's how they can come out and go, oh, these people are crazy nut jobs. These people, they don't make this up. And if people actually woke up and saw it, these people could have been stopped and would have been. But now with the latest form of mind control, we see that they've built their own army. They're called liberal people. And again, I'm not a left, right. I'm not a Republican. I don't believe in either side. And they try to lump us all in to the right so that they can censor. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. But the people on the left actually want this and what they're doing. They want it because, one, they are lazy. They don't want to work. They want to just sit around. They want to be hand-fed, and they want to watch their movies and be programmed 24/7. And they're actually forming an army with these people to go against people such as me and you who aren't going to participate in the stuff that they're trying to bait us into. We're just not going to do it. We can't do it because that's what they want us to do. We have to wait out what they have planned here with the civil unrest that they've created. But they're in hiding, and they're doing this to humanity, and they're getting away with it, but not for long, because Satan is the ultimate loser. And I say that for a lot of reasons. I mean, we know Satan takes it up the rear. We know Satan's a loser because by definition of loser, Satan would show up in a dictionary. He should, because God wins and Satan loses. No matter what his followers and his minions think, he loses. So these losers who are going to lose in the end are going forward with their plan. They think that they're going to win. Somehow they think they're going to. But vengeance is God's, and he will strike with vengeance when the time is correct. And that's on his time. And hopefully we all hope it's sooner than later, because we're getting sick and tired of seeing these people and what they're doing to humanity, how they're dividing us, how they're making us sicker, the stuff we can't see, like the frequencies that are getting shot at us. It's frightening. It's heartbreaking. But the time, hopefully, is closer than ever before. Hopefully it's close. Well, that doesn't make sense. But hopefully the time is near. Very, very near. I thank you guys for being here. Hope this video helps. If you want to share it with people, I recommend you do so. Just let them hear the covenant thing. And they could say, well, we don't know if that was made up by somebody. It doesn't matter if somebody just wrote it. It's a perfect explanation of what's going on. I don't need it to be documented from an actual member of the Illuminati to know that all the stuff in that video is true. We all can look at it and say the same thing. So I don't care if John Doe wrote it and released it. Maybe he did. But the fact that it exists, it's a very easy way to explain to people what in the world is going on. And for people to take a step back and realize what they're doing to all of us. Criminal is what it is. I thank you guys for being here. Hope you're doing well. God bless all of you and your families.